The police recorded more than 3,000 Russian atrocities in the Kyiv region. As of April the 13th, more than 720 people have died and more than 200 are missing. Relatives are looking for them through social networks and Telegram channels where they post photos of the living and of the dead. There are many stories about how people were lost due to loss of communications and then they were found. There are many more tragic cases when relatives' DNA are found among the dead. Currently, French experts help our specialists in conducting forensic medical examinations. They work mainly in Bucha, where a lot of Ukrainians died and were tortured by the Russians. It is on this piece of land in Bucha that there was literally a cemetery of destroyed cars. The remains of a man was found in one of the vehicles. French specialists are currently studying them. They will help to find out who could be in the car and how the person died. They have the latest technology and 18 experienced forensic scientists. They identify a person, mainly by DNA.
If the corpses are not identified, we select the appropriate DNA profiles and appoint examinations. The information is transferred into the relevant databases, and when relatives contact us, we will be able to identify and establish this or that DNA profile.
Our criminologists are also working hard. The number of missing in the Kyiv region is constantly changing. A week ago, 400 people were put on the wanted list in Gostomel alone. Currently, according to police, about 200 people are missing throughout the Kyiv region. Relatives publish photos on social networks or specific Telegram channels. In Bucha itself, for example, relatives are found via photos of bodies. There is a Telegram channel dedicated to this. In the Bucha district, the Russians committed especially brutal atrocities. There is even a minibus with the inscription "Children" in the cemetery of the shot cars. The identification of bodies in the mass graves of Bucha continues. More than 400 people have already been found. In Gostomel, the body of the village head, Yuri Prilipko, and his assistant were brought for forensic examination. A local priest buried them right on the territory of the temple.
When the fighting broke out, they delivered medicine and water to the people. The idea was to take a tractor and plough the road from the lake so the tanks would not pass. They died like heroes.
There are many similar stories throughout the region.
I know who was killed, who was shot by snipers. My uncle in front of the city of Irpin, when the first column was passing on February 25th, went out into the courtyard and was killed by a sniper.
People are often not found right away. Law enforcement officers are asking people to contact them and provide as much information as possible about their relatives. The dead may remain under the rubble of destroyed houses, like this man who was buried in the yard of his own house. They may die from disease, or at best, just not get in touch. The story of Alexander is just an example of just such a happy ending. Despite the fact that machine gunners checked both the house and the basement, the man survived. Merely the windows in his house blew out.
There were Russian troops and communication jammers. They just broke my phone. I couldn't contact anyone. I got in touch with my son and wife a week ago. They know I'm alive. I'm here waiting for the war to be over and their return.
From Bucha and Gostomel, Olga Chaiko and Ilya Kondratenko. Facti, ICTV, United News.